you cannot hear me, but welcome to Never a Foul. Big up all yourselves. Daps is gonna be here. He's just running a little bit late in his own yard. Imagine that. But I'm gonna. What's going on here? What the hell's going on here? Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna vibe with you lot. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the Euros. Gonna talk about the transfer news as well. I might as well. We gotta get content out one way or another, right? You know, and there's actually a little bit that popped up today. I see some of you. You know, if you don't know, obviously R.I.P. Kevin Campbell. Bit crazy. Streamed with him a couple times. Yeah, such a nice guy, man. Like, it's sad. Like, age of 54, great striker in his day as well. You know, there's so much so much great things you can talk about Kevin Campbell about, honestly. I don't know him like majority of others. You know, some obviously on YouTube have a closer relationship. So yeah, it's quite devastating news, to be fair. I can't like, it kind of took me back because you just think about 54 years of age and you just think one day you're here and then one day you're not. So gotta live your life, man. Gotta live your life the way you want to live it. Just hopefully it's all with a good conscience. But yeah, RIP to him. Do smash the like button as well. Oh man, that kind of hit me, man. Fuck. Yeah. But yeah, big up to everyone that's in the building. We got a bit of transfer news. If you don't know, Arsenal returning in for Onana. And also, it just come in, right, about Nico Williams. And we all know that Reece Nelson is going to get shipped off very, very soon. So there's going to be a squad gap there now. And it's coming to the play now with Arsenal along the lines of who they're going to grab. They're definitely going to be grabbing a right winger. But bear in mind as well, Daps will be here. We're sitting here. We'll be here in about 10, 15 minutes. So he can give his take on a few bits and bobs. I hope you lot enjoyed the Euros yesterday. Scotland are shit. But yeah, let me get this. Like, big up Elijah in the building. Get your questions in as well if you want, lads and girls as well. Lads and the debts. Big up Wolves F1. Yeah, big up yourself. Look, all the nice messages people are sending in, man. Lumen, big up yourself. Mustafa here all the time. Joshua, Lewis Christie. Sarkic news is crazy. Apparently he's fell ill and passed quickly. Only 26. Yeah, the Millwall goalkeeper. That's mad. People don't know the Millwall goalkeeper just RIP to him as well. That's crazy. Big up Sophia. Crazy. Satomi tweet. Bernardo Silva to Bayern. See, the thing is that, you know what? Daps can come in and probably talk about that. And I know Tomi's a really good source for some of you Manchester City fans. But you know, the way I'm looking at it is like, why would you go from England to Germany? I know there might, like, is it really a new challenge? Maybe Bayern hold good interest, but I can't see him moving. I think he might stay at City. I'm going to be honest. Big up Gavin in the building as well. I just see it, Elder, by the way. Elder in a bit. And then Danish Maldini, great name. Big up yourself as well. And Ilias as well. Cass, you fasting today, bro. Trying, man. Trying, but I'll doing it so far. So, yeah. Doing it so far, and obviously people don't know it's Eid tomorrow, so technically most people fast today in preparation for tomorrow. But yeah, some transfer news, man. A little bit of Man United trying to ready a bid for Zubimendi. Caught offside is the GOAT. The one that's co-signed by Fabrizio Romano. That's interesting, because if that's the case, then Man United's made a 37 or 35 million bid with add-ons for Bradway, which got rejected, which we can talk about if you really want to, people. And then you got Man United looking at Tony as a primary target, and it's looking likely we're going to make a move on him. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden, Zubimendi, who wants to stay in Spain, but yet we're ready in a bid for him, a 37.8 million bid, which is bare random. What's that, like 45 million euros? That's crazy, because maybe no one wants him, but do I want him? I would take him. Why wouldn't I? I don't know how company got the Munich job. I'm going to be honest. I really don't be honest. Oh, yeah, and I see this as well. Big up Chelsea FC. Fenerbahce are set to make an offer of 8 million to sign Victor Lindelof. The defender is excited by the idea of reuniting with Jose Mourinho. I don't get that. No, honestly, yeah. Can you see the light? It's bare shining on me. Get blessed today. Alhamdulillah. I don't get it. £5 million. You might as well just let him go for free next season. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather get rid of Maguire. Maguire holds more value. His stocks are high. Get rid of him for like 30 million. Get his wages off the books. Just keep him. Honestly, if it comes down to it, I personally keep Lindelof for an extra year and just let him go on a free. I don't see why not. Who cares? I doubt we're going to get 3 centre-backs in one window. That's just crazy. If that does happen, big up to Ineos, isn't it? Cass is Muslim. Alhamdulillah. Yes, I am. I'm a revert. Might be hard to sell him. Yeah, it might be hard. It might be. And also it's kind of weird. There's a day that, like, usually every single day of this whole transfer window, right? It's literally been Chelsea news. And for now, for the first time, there isn't no Chelsea news. And the fact is, it's like the only bit of Chelsea news came out this morning about Duran. I don't know how you Chelsea fans feel about Duran, right? But that's a mad one. 40 million, but they want a player swap. So you might not even be even paying up the full fee. If they want a player swap, who's getting swapped? Like, honestly, if it's Gallagher, then if they want Gallagher, does that not mean that they're gonna have to give Durant and money for Gallagher because they rate Gallagher like 50 million, right? Or something like that. That's mad. Oh yeah, Stalvo. Yeah, that's the one. That's not big news though. Let's be real. Like, that's just youngster news. Like, don't get me exciting talent, but we want to talk about first teams as well. If people don't know, Daps is going to be in the building in about 10 minutes max as well. So I'll shift over and you'll come and talk about it. So I'm just going to vibe with some of you in here. Make sure you smash the like button. We got lots of watchalongs as well. The whole day of watchalongs on TIFO. So if you don't know about that, now you do. We're on 36 likes, which is kind of devastating as well, in my own words, because I don't know what you guys are playing at. 36 likes. 36 likes. That's crazy. Fabrizio said Gallagher won't be involved in any swap deal because it's straight money. Money. They have to. It's because it's pure profit. I do wonder I wonder who Aston Villa are going to take, because you know that Douglas Luiz deal. I'll say it again, and I'll proudly say it. That is got to be one of the worst deals I've ever seen for such a top player as Douglas Luiz. I'm not saying Douglas Luiz is the best thing since sliced bread, right? But he's a very good player, and he definitely can hold his own. And yet you're getting Weston Shitty McKennie, who is an absolute bottle job, failed at Leeds. And you think he's going to do anything more than a Tielemans? Tielemans is better than him. Allow it. And then some young junior, Illing Junior, whatever his name is. Who is he? And you get 20 million. That's just shameful, man. Big up Gavin. Arsenal need a left back and a striker option, and we're done for the window. Don't you think you need backup for Saka though? Right wing at Saka, unless you're looking at maybe moving Jesus over to the right as well. Told me said 30 minutes ago, Cas Pep offered 12-month contract extension. Really? Oh, really? That's interesting. Is that the whole Abu Dhabi thing when he went over there as well? The rant is durian fruit. That's mad. Mustak. That's mad. Let me see what the likes are on, because I need these likes to be raised. 50 likes. You lot are taking the piss, man. You lot don't want that. You lot must have woke up grumpy today. You lot must have woke up grumpy today, because honestly, I don't know who shit the bed, but it's not me. I'm up and I'm awake, you know. I'll check it soon anyways. But let's talk about Arsenal as well. Arsenal returning for Onana, right? And also they're looking at Nico Williams, who's got apparently like a release clause as well, like around 42 million pounds. Which if Arsenal get, that's someone that can play on the left and right, someone that's a little bit more direct, you know, might see Trossard move away from the left wing, might even slot into the central. It depends what strategy Arsenal are looking for, because you know what's funny? I know they looked at Benjamin Sesko and all went left. But what I don't understand is like why they're not looking for an out-and-out striker. Like, don't get me wrong, Kai Havertz is quite impressive at this moment of time. He's not the greatest on the eye, don't get me wrong, but he's getting something. The Germany game shows that, you know, once you put him around some decent players, know what they're doing, like it will shine a little bit. I know he got a penalty. He didn't score like a natural goal. Got a nice little assist as well. Actually, got a really nice assist from a cutback. But you got to look at other options. And sometimes I feel like Arsenal are missing that striker option, because Benjamin Sesko was looked at like a left winger option. So I'm kind of confused about Arsenal's strategy. Like, I'm trying to pinpoint in my head where they're going with this. And I know they're trying to offload. I think Kivio got some links away from, I think it was to Bayern as well, which is, again, a little weird one. And then obviously Zinchenko. So they're going to need a left back. But you got Timber. Is he viewed as a right back, viewed as a left back? Who knows these days? Probably a right back. So you might need a natural left back, because you still got Tierney and you're going to offload Tierney, aren't you? He had an absolute atrocious game, by the way. I'll be honest. But with the whole like Onana thing, and you think of the way they're set up. See, I quite like the thought of Onana in Arsenal, and there's some people that rate Onana, but I don't want him anywhere near my club personally. Arsenal can play him because they've got a lot of technical players. I think Onana, as big as he is got a quite good technique. But in terms of like the guy that's going to make the difference in Arsenal's first team, it's not like, let's be honest, it's not him. It really isn't him. And you got to think how much you're gonna have to spend as well. Like they're quoting him around the same price as Branthwaite, like 60, 70 million pounds. I think you can get it for much less if Arsenal go in for it. But apparently Arsenal can't spend right now until the new obviously the new what's it called, financial window flips on July the 1st or June the 30th. And that might be a little bit too late for someone like Everton who think they can't be pressured into getting a low ball deal because they're going to have to. But Onana does fit. When you think of Declan Rice, Onana, Erdegaard, like on paper, when you look deep it sounds great, but it's really not. Like, I don't think it moves the needle too much. I don't know about what you guys think in the comments about Onana, right? But I think he's a bit of a donkey. I think he's thriving in a system with, in terms of ball recovery, he's great. But you're playing in the Sean Dyche system who plays low block. So, getting to the ball and there's always a next man. It's always going to be there. I'm going to be honest, I'm just not a massive, massive fan of him. I think he's got potential, but I just don't, if it was a squad player, I don't think he's a 6 either. Don't think he would work well in a 6. I think Declan Rice's future might look more like in the 8 role, maybe. But even though he can be solid as a 6, I thought they'll go for more like a Jorginho type kind of 6, someone that's going to replace Partey and do what Partey can do. And he's not the gravy. I'll be honest. Again, squad player. Does he move the needle in the first team? I don't think so. Let me see what some of you are saying. Oh, big up Gaetano in the building. Onana is meaty. Onana is not great. Onana Rice isn't aggressive enough, in my opinion. I mean, they can ball carry very well, though, if that was going to be the case. Rice and Onana is too defensive for me. I can't lie. I don't get the... Nico Williams is a baller. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Yeah, these do year review. What do you mean, Joseph? Oh, the yearly review from Tommy. Tommy said company wants Bernardo, but sometimes he's capping. Maybe. Personally, I want Zubimendi, but we don't look in. That's the one. See, this is the one for me, right? I thought if Arsenal went really in for Zubimendi and tried to convince him to come over, like, don't get me wrong, you already got a Spanish manager, you got the Spanish link there. Like, you got, it wouldn't be hard to communicate through manager to him. Maybe he doesn't like England. From what I remember reading up about Zubimendi, is like, he just doesn't like the country, like stuff like that. He just wants Barcelona for some reason. He's so fixated on Barcelona, it's crazy. But other than that, back to the Onana thing. Let me know what you believe his qualities are. Is any Arsenal fan that's actually in there right now, right, excited over the thoughts of Onana? Like, who is taking Onana in their first team, by the way? Like, I get he can drive with the ball. I get his ball recoveries are right up there. So winning the ball back and probably moving it on is probably what maybe Arsenal are thinking about. But when you're thinking about that price and everything, there's just so many central midfielders out there. I just don't believe it. And there's 6/8. He's not a 6. He's more of an 8. He likes to drive forward. And his end product ain't the greatest. Arsenal are already good in the air. I understand that part. Arsenal are really good in the air. You got Gabriel, you find yourself with Salibas. You find yourself with Ben Whites of the world. Declan Rice is also good in the air. They got a really good team when it comes to aerial ability. But when it comes to hit, obviously, Onana, they can come like that. But it doesn't scare me. It doesn't have to scare me. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're probably thinking it's not about you, it's about us and what we can do. Let's focus on us and not them. But I just thought you'd go for someone like Barella who's signing a new deal. There's some people out there that I think can move the needle. Arsenal are in such a great position. I feel like they can probably get anyone in the world at this moment of time. Real talk, I feel like they can get anyone. And that's what it's kind of that's why I feel like it's a bit underwhelming. Let me see what some of you are saying here as well. Gent next door, Arteta wants Zubimendi. That's his young Jorginho dream. This deal is easy, but Zubi wants Barcelona. It's crazy. And then you got people like Man United, apparently from Court Offside. Court Offside is obviously co-signed by Fabrizio Romano. He does a lot of his work on there. So that's why when it comes to them articles, you can't just rubbish it off. Court Offside used to be like goal back in the day. So you can't knock it. But that's what I was saying. I feel like if Arsenal get someone that can dictate play, let me know 6s that can dictate play in this day and age. Like, even if they took a chance on someone like Mats Weifer from Feyenoord. Mats Weifer, I feel like, could do Arsenal wonders. That's another Jorginho, a guy that can dictate play. He's very, very good at pressing, and he's not that expensive. And people don't like players that come from the Dutch league. But it's not. Let's not act like Timber didn't come from the Dutch league either. He come from obviously where he came from. So from Ajax. I feel like there could be something with Max Vifer, that sort of Jorginho, because like early in the season, you tried the Kai Havertz, he tried the Declan Rice. It was a bit robust. It was a bit stiff, and it was a bit clunky in that midfield. As soon as you put Jorginho in that hole, like the whole Arsenal shape changed. That time when they went from in January onwards, and Jorginho was playing so many games, right? It was hard to beat Arsenal. They went on a mad run. We was gassing it up, absolutely gassing it up. Obviously, until they had to they dropped points against Villa, but they were moving. It's just you couldn't get the ball on them. It was suffocating you. And Jorginho was like what, 33 years old, 33 years of age. Yeah, allow it. So anyone that talks about wanting someone a bit more mobile in Arsenal's midfield, you've got enough of that with Rice and obviously Ødegaard. Ødegaard puts in a shift. What's saying? Human is an 8. He keeps see the thing with Human. He's just Hodgman. I don't even know how to say his name. I think it's Human. I think he's more of a defensive 8, if not 6. I do believe it's 6, but he's so basic. He's very, very basic. Big up Boss Bula as well. R.I.P to late Super Kevin Campbell, one of Arsenal's finest. Gone but not forgotten. Come on, you Gunners for life. Yeah. I was saying that earlier, but rest in peace to him, and obviously condolences to his family. That's actually that's a mad shock. I can't believe that. Onana Rice will be the same as Rice and Havertz. In terms of attacking, I think obviously Havertz does offer that little bit more with the shadow runs and stuff, but with Onana, I think he makes it a little bit more rigid. Do you get what I mean? Sometimes I think, well, what about the progressive passing? Where's it coming from? Because it can't just come from Ødegaard. But again, if it was Onana as a squad option, like let's say Onana was going for 40 million, right? It was going for 40 million. He's a squad option, and Arsenal looking at another midfielder. I would understand that part. I'll be like, you know what? Go for it. I think that's wicked. Because it's all about balance. You got to think about balance. Sometimes it's not always about the ability of a player; it's about the balance of the midfield. And I don't think that's enough balance. I feel like Declan Rice again. Where do Arsenal fans, especially an Arteta, where do they view Declan Rice? Like, is he a 6 or is he the 8? Which one do you want to put him in so you can focus on getting a certain position? I think he's the 8. I think Declan Rice proved this season why he's as good as an 8. Some people don't find him creative enough, but I feel like his ball recoveries and lay it off to go to like the Trossards of the world and all that. I think his combinations are good as well. I think he's an 8, but he can do the 6 job if he was required to do so. Surprised Arsenal didn't try to get the Palhinha deal. I think it's the age thing. And the thing is, Arsenal got quite a young squad, right? If correct me if I'm wrong, people. If their average age is around what, 24 years old? I think one of the youngest, if not the youngest in the league, bar Chelsea maybe now, because obviously Chelsea, Thiago Silva leaving brings down their average age by a considerable amount, right? So if that's the case, I don't know why I didn't go for someone like Palhinha. I think that would have been an easy deal, but again, we're talking about the type of DMs maybe Arteta likes. If you're going for the Jorginho type, obviously Palhinha is not a dictator, but he's a destroyer. I think with Arsenal, do they really need a destroyer in a 6? I don't think they need it. I think they got enough in Rice in their back line to destroy. So I think that's see, I can't think in the top of my head which Arsenal, but this Onana deal is a bit nuts. I'm going to see what they have to say as well on that whole case as well. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Even the Liverpool Echo. That's crazy. On Gooner Talk, let me just go on Gooner Talk what even he said. He said that Arsenal made contact with Everton on the opening day of the summer transfer window over the availability of midfielder Amadou Onana. According to Liverpool Echo, where it came from, the Gunners have had 22-year-old Belgian on their radar for a while and now keen to know what it will take to recruit his services. Everton would want at least 50 million to sell Onana, and they are yet to get back to Arsenal following the initial contact on Friday. So it was yesterday. The Gunners manager Mikel Arteta admires him, fan of his style, play and qualities, and Onana impressed in the 1-0 win. So forget about all of that. The whole point is, how do you get closer to Manchester City? Right? By the way, Dax will be here very, very soon. He's on his way back. But yeah, he's on his way back. But how do you get he's here now? How do you get closer to Man City? Right? And you think it's just 1 point. Does Onana give you that 1 extra point? Do you find that's a better midfield if Jorginho is not in there with him? See, I just don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand the way he thinks. Remember, this is not all concrete. This is just obviously rumors. You know how transfer window is as well. I don't know. It doesn't, not for me anyways. What are you not giving this out of 10? Because if I think this is, I do believe Arsenal were interested in him, but I don't think they're going to move for him. You can't just go from Bruno Gomes right, or Guimaraes, to Amadou Onana. There's Bruno, there's Douglas Luiz, which I thought was the better option anyways for Arsenal. Imagine Douglas Luiz next to someone like Declan Rice, and then there's Onana. Then there's Onana. Horrible. On. Oh, easy, lads, easy.
You're getting surprised. Got a long day ahead. Do you know what they were doing there as well?
Go on.
So I was at Dougal's Cafe, which isn't a cafe, it's a van. They had jerk pork. Yes, I know, bro. You know
what it is. Before like the whole Reaver, I never liked jerk pork.
Oh, I love jerk pork if done properly. I don't know if these ones would have done it properly.
Never. A lot of people saying Daps, Wagwan, Daps, 6.5. We're just talking about Amadou Onana to Arsenal.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and I just think
he's not going there as a starter, is he?
Well, I think so.
Really?
I mean, Jorginho's there with another year in his contract, but you got to think.
You got
to think of succession.
Do you know what I think as well? When you say starter, at clubs like Arsenal, like at City, they rotate in it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If you're saying he'll play, you're saying he'll play as much as Jorginho played.
I think the idea is to move Jorginho on in his last year to a succession plan. And I said, see, the thing is, let's not act like Man City are not going to get a better squad of players as well. Like you're looking at Bruno Guimaraes and stuff like that. And you think about Pep for this year, his whole plan is to, how do I make that 1 point gap into a 8-point gap? How do I make it into a 10-point gap? Yeah.
Really?
I would say so. Because you don't want people near you. So you want the best in quality.
The mad thing is, yeah.
I think do you know what? Hold on.
I disagree. I think all Pep wants to do is win as many trophies as possible.
Yeah.
That's why we always end up very close. Because no, you are right. You want a bigger point. Cool. Bro, we never do that, do we?
Think about it. And I said to these lot in here, big up everyone. Make sure you're smashing the like button as well while Daps eats. Does Onana bridge that 1 point gap?
Yeah, I don't know.
And even a 1 point gap, you think City are going to keep the 1 point gap? They're going to get players that are better than Mateus Nunes. They're going to get better players than maybe the Kovacic's.
I don't think he's good enough for Arsenal. For what Arsenal were trying to do.
Exactly. They don't need squad players. They need first team players to.
That's a risk. We've done it before.
Or Mateus Nunes.
Calvin Phillips. Back in the day, Rodwell, Sinclair. There's Javi Garcia.
Oh, do you remember him? Flipping out. That's a
missus Peng. Let me find her. Bro, his missus.
That's a solid grub.
I heard someone say that they were only happy we signed Javi Garcia because it meant that on the City wife's page, we could get to see his missus. Javi. It was Javi Garcia, wasn't it?
Yeah, Javi Garcia. Yeah. It wasn't Javi Martinez, was it?
No, it was Javi Garcia.
It had to
Man
be
City wife.
People are going to be all searching up now. Why do you mean? Why are you eating? Because he's hungry.
Why am I eating? Listen, we're on now, and then we've got 3 watchalongs today, right? I've woke up. I'm having breakfast. If you don't like it, fuck off. Sorry for eating.
Sorry for surviving.
I'm going to be drinking later as well, so I definitely need to eat. I got your milk, by the way.
Cheers. But yeah, moving on for the Onana stuff as well. There's Nico Williams. Nico Williams is someone that's targeted by loads of teams. You could liken him to the Pedro Netos of the world. Like he can play left, play right, tricky, direct, 42 million release clause. And obviously, is he going to say Atletico Bilbao? Probably not. But he's actually really fast. I think this is someone that Arsenal should go and get because of the fact that he can play on the other side. The fact that he can play on the other side and play with both feet and play very direct, inside forward. He's got a tidy finish on him. This is someone Arsenal should be definitely going in for. If it's a release clause, you're going to love it because that means no one can get in the way. And the player definitely will move somewhere from there. Barcelona are also looking at him. Liverpool looking at him. Man United had some off kind of things looking at him. So
we'll get to see him tonight, maybe.
Nico Williams. Spain.
Potentially.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. He should do.
Yeah.
Well, he should do, but it'd probably be Dani Olmo in the end. But he should play as well. Oh yeah, obviously people, big up some of you in the comments as well. Go sign up to Tifo and come watch the games with us. Yeah, it's hella lit. Yeah, we're watching all the games. We're going to be doing watchalongs. But yeah, Nico Williams, someone Arsenal should definitely be going in for. I think he's a quality player, man. Quality player. He's young as well, obviously. So how Arteta likes them. But yeah, that's the Arsenal news for today. It's a bit dry.
Have you said rest in peace, Kevin Campbell?
Of course. Start the stream.
And you see the Millwall keeper as well.
Yeah, he's passed away all of a sudden.
26.
Well. Yeah.
Apparently he was playing international football last week.
That's crazy.
Very mad, very mad. Life goes too fast, man.
Yeah.
26 is just wild.
Let go. No. He's not just a pace merchant. The guy can dribble, man. Go watch him. Yeah. Nico Williams can dribble as well. Let's be
like
real.
I said, I can't talk on him too much. I haven't seen him. I've heard good things. I think Lee Gunner talks about him quite a lot.
Yeah, Lee Gunner would know about him. He does all the watchalongs, especially Bilbao. They got a good season. They definitely had a good season. See
what Kyle Walker said about Grealish?
No.
I saw someone mention it on the show yesterday that he spoke on Grealish not being admitted to the England team.
Yeah.
And he said that he was surprised. But then he went on to say that, but it's fair to say, and Jack has admitted, he hasn't had a good season. And ultimately, if he was there, he'd be there on merit. Right? And I think a few people have thought, wow, that's a bit shady to say about one of your
teammates, yeah.
But we've got to remember, Pep Guardiola said it. Pepper's said we need Jack back to his best next season, right? For me, as captain of Manchester City, I actually understand why Walker would say that.
You have to be honest.
You have to be, and Grealish and Walker have a good relationship. It's the type that, like, you know what, right? Someone once said to me, one of my mates used to be one of them friends, yeah. That you know when you have got a little bogey in the edge of your nose, yeah?
Oh God,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'd always be like, "Daps, you've got to," and he'd tell me, yeah, and he'd say, I'd be like, "Fucking hell, all right, mate," and he goes, "Yeah, but you'd rather I tell you than I don't." That's what a good friend will pull you up for anything, right? Because they're trying to make you be your best. Now, as captain of City, I totally understand why Walker. That's one of the good things. I actually don't rate him that high as a captain, but he should be calling out because the truth is, Grealish isn't in this squad because he hasn't had a good season. So, yeah, there's that. What else have I seen on City? Saw something on Edison again.
Oh, so Tommy come out. Tommy, you know Tommy?
Yeah.
He come out and said that apparently Pep's been offered a 12-month contract extension. So the Abu Dhabi stuff, he's been offered it. It's on the table. Whether he accepts it or not, we don't know. And there's another. One of you said something else in here about that as well. There was someone else in here earlier that said that Tommy said something else. I can't remember what though. But I wouldn't say it's anything mad.
I mean, I don't think that's news.
Nah,
but
I mean, for the rest of the rivals like me, you know,
it's not news though, bro. You knew City were going to offer him a contract.
Obviously, of course.
Ultimately, do City want Pep to stay is not a conversation. It's does Pep want to stay? That's the conversation.
That is the conversation.
So, listen, I'd like him to stay and make it 6 in a row. But
yeah. Oh, yeah, Bernardo Silva. That's it, Bernardo Silva. I think company's looking at Bernardo Silva. But I said this year. You said what you told me.
Ooh.
So. Do they need someone over on the right-hand side for what company wants? Probably.
Yeah.
But why? Again, I say this as well. Why would Bernardo Silva want to move from England to Germany?
Yeah.
Why would you want to relocate just for a couple years? I don't understand. I wouldn't personally understand it. Maybe something fresh. I don't know.
Before last summer, when Bernardo got married, it was everyone knew Bernardo's missus was not happy in Manchester, right? And so Bernardo wanted to move to a warmer climate. Spain or Portugal, ultimately. It's looking like Barca. Well, we know Barca can't afford him. I don't think there's anywhere else in Spain that he'd want to go to. He's turned down Saudi. He doesn't want to go to Saudi, which tells you he wants to stay playing football at a high level, right?
Yeah.
You look at Bayern. Bayern's climate is not different to City, to Manchester, really.
Nah, it's
a little bit, not much.
Right? Not that much.
It's not. So, I mean, I could understand why he might want to go to Bayern for a new challenge.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I still don't think it's for me at the moment. I mean, look, the thing is, if they came in and triggered the release clause, then Bayern's interesting. Bayern could sway him.
Do you reckon we're company? We're just like
it's a different challenge. He's won everything in the Premier League. Yeah. So I could understand why maybe. But from what I've heard, his missus is happy in Manchester now and kind of.
Oh yeah, and by the way, don't knock Daps about what he knows and what he doesn't know. Trust me. So
I'm making this up, yeah.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, is that what people say?
No. Yeah, I'm pointing it as a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Because trust me when I say stuff does come out, and then that's why Daps says I'll be surprised by this. We knew this about a week ago.
Well,
we knew this a week ago. So
yeah. Sometimes, you know what? And the thing is, I totally understand why people would be skeptical.
Yeah.
Anything I ever say. Do you know what? So the other day I did a post on Rico Lewis on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm being very clear with, I just give my opinion, right? I'm not in the know. With City, I am lucky enough to have contacts into the club a bit. But do you know what? People change their minds. So even sometimes you can get told one thing and then something else happens. That's the world, isn't it? People change their mind. But it's just football opinion. My opinion on Rico Lewis, by the way, any City fans in here, you might have seen it already. I personally think Rico Lewis needs a loan. I love the kid. I don't want to sell him. I think he gets better and better every single game. But however, for me, Rico Lewis is best in an 8 role as a box-to-box. And I think he will find it difficult to get enough game time at Manchester City in the midfield. It's like Foden was blessed with the ability to play as a winger. So he got given experience on the wing before he's now coming central. I don't know. And Rico Lewis is a right back, isn't it? I don't care. At home against certain clubs, inverting it works. He's not of that level yet. So I think a loan for Rico.
But it would have to be
I think a loan. Well, it would have to be a loan, firstly, to a team that plays a certain style of football. You can't just go low block team. It's not going to work, yeah? Secondly, it would have to be that they're going to play, that he's going to play his game time in the middle of the park, right? Otherwise, keep him. I would say Brighton.
I was thinking Brighton.
Southampton, they play good football.
Yeah.
Or
maybe Leicester.
Or alternatively, the other thing is, if you go to a Premier League team, because I know people go, he's good enough to play in the Premier League, right? But not at a certain level. But if you go to somewhere in the Premier League and it's a team that ends up being cannon fodder, I don't think that's good for him. So the other thing for me is to go and shine at a team like
Crystal
Leeds.
Palace.
Palace, maybe, yeah. Or a team in the
wing-back even.
No, I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see him on the right. But I think maybe a good footballing, good side in the Championship, right, would work. Because if you think, can you remember, it was quite a long time ago, might have been Bruce Rioch was managing Bolton, and I think Arsenal sent Wiltshire there. Bolton, when they were in the Championship, had a few really young Premier League players.
Well, like Jack Wilshere and all that.
Jack Wilshere, and there was a few others.
Yeah. Jack Wilshere, was it Daniel Sturridge?
Sturridge,
maybe.
There's a few. Did Ramsey go there?
I think it was Cahill back there.
But ultimately, sometimes loaning out
wasn't young though.
Very, very good young players to Championship sides, so they can really shine.
Yeah,
it helps their confidence. So I don't know, but that was my thought on Rico.
There you go. How many big up rants in the building as well? It's 134 likes, not even 150. We're trying to give you as much transfer news as possible. Shows have to happen every single day, regardless. Every single day.
If you don't have any news, tell us it, and we'll speak on it. But
I would say this as well. Man United apparently want Zubimendi, but you know what I don't understand about this, because it's from Court of Side, and Court of Side are co-signed by Fabrizio. So I don't think they're gonna have to talk mad shit. I think they're feelers for rumors on that show, and then
when you say co-signed by Fabrizio, because he owns some of it.
I think so. Yeah. He's always retweeting their stuff and stuff like that. And apparently, Man United are going to launch a 37.8 million bid, which ultimately is 45 million euros. Right? It's someone that Man United probably do need. I think Zubimendi's great. I don't think he's that great mobile wise. So next to Kobe kind of wouldn't make sense. But in terms of technical ability, I'll take it all day long. But
you see what Paulo said yesterday about playing Bruno next to Kobe? Sorry, playing Bruno next to Paulinho for Portugal.
It makes sense. You've got a destroyer. He's got legs as well. He covers a lot of ground.
And then Bernardo next to him as well. I like that.
Yeah, you got this. It's all about balance. Yeah. It's always about balance.
100%.
But Zubimendi's like a dictator. We talk about successor for someone like Jorginho. So imagine Jorginho, but someone that's a lot younger. A lot more fitter. You put him into a Man United side with Bruno and Kobe. I don't think that works.
Why not?
Not mobile enough to cover enough ground.
What? Because all right, I hear you.
Do you get what I mean?
Do you know what? If you go back and look at Rodri's first season at City, he was next to Gundogan, and it was when Gundogan was just coming back from his injuries.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember who's playing the other side, and it didn't work as well. Season after, Bernardo came in, and Bernardo was next to them.
Who would that have been then?
No, it might have been De Bruyne, De Bruyne would probably, but I hear you. This is the thing, like Bernardo always gives that mobility.
Yeah.
You need legs.
You need legs, bro.
No,
like this is why I say that great player would suit Arsenal, would suit Liverpool, but it wouldn't suit Man United. Because unfortunately, when you got a Kobe and when you got Kobe and a Bruno, I don't even think Kobe and Bruno Fernandes works.
That's why I think England's midfield of Rice, Bellingham, Foden
is the best one we got.
So good because Bellingham and Rice have absolute engine. I mean, Foden, to be fair, has, but not to the level of them two. Them two they get about the pitch.
Yeah.
Rice and Bellingham.
Yeah, they do. They cover a lot of ground.
They cover a lot of ground.
They're going to have to.
Well, Bellingham
Well, we all know that Bellingham's going in a 10.
I was speaking to Mario.
He's going to play. He's going to play. What's it called? He's going to play Trent, Rice, Bellingham. Guaranteed.
Do you know what I've come to? Do you know what decision I've come to? We spoke on it yesterday.
Yeah.
And then me and Mario were just speaking about it on the phone, and the realization I've come to, right, is that I can understand why people say Foden shouldn't start, right? And it's not me knocking Foden. It's ultimately that for Foden to thrive, right, he needs to be playing a certain style of football. He needs to be allowed to play a certain style of football, and the team needs to be playing a certain style. Now, ultimately, if you think the way Gareth Southgate likes to play, he likes Kane up top and being able to drop deep when he wants, and someone be able to go in and cover him. That isn't Foden. Remember, like Kane and Sterling.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, well, ultimately, if that is, I don't think it's the best approach. It's not the approach I want, right? But if that is how Southgate wants to play, then I hear Bellingham in the role. I do.
Yeah, if that's what he wants.
I don't like it.
Do you know the maddest thing? When it comes to tournaments, I think bar maybe the last one against France, he usually gets things kind of spot on. We get wins.
Don't look good.
It don't look good though.
Don't look good. It don't impress us, but it does get us to the knockout stages. So.
Estava Willian confirmed the Chelsea thoughts. I'm going to be honest, Benedict.
Chelsea.
So now we talk about young ballers in the world, yeah, and then we talk about the ones that look like they're going to be generational.
Okay.
That's the profile. You know, like the who's the guy that went to Endrick that went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
That's the profile. They talk about him like some winger. Like apparently he's like the next whatever. We'll see. Obviously they got Kenji Payers already. Who looks like he's going to be a mad baller. He's in 16 of doing mad things in the national team, like Lamine Yamal and all that.
Yeah.
So Salva Willian is another one of them. Chelsea have picked him up for a high fee, and it's just one of those.
How much?
I think what's the fee in the end? Was it 45 million in the end, or was it 60?
Whoa, god damn!
Yeah,
how old is he?
He's young.
What, like 16? Them type of ages.
I'll show you right now.
Do you know what? That's the thing though. Some
17. He's 17 years of age. Yeah,
45 million.
Killing it.
Bro, do you know what that does?
Oh wait, what it said?
Do you know what that does tell you though?
33 million. Sorry, there
33. It is. Yeah, not as bad. 30. But do you know what it does tell you? How much of a deal City got on Alvarez?
I say 51. 51. Shit. Go on.
How much of a deal City got on Alvarez?
When you deep it.
Yeah.
What is it like? What was it? 17?
About 15 million.
15, 17 million? Yeah, that's mad.
That is mad.
That is mad as well. The last one I was going to talk about, other than Man United, obviously we all know about the Branthwaite stuff. We spoke about that heavily. I think it got rejected.
It got rejected.
Of
How much?
What we rejected, like apparently it's 35 million plus whatever add-ons they gave.
Yeah, you need to.
It's a low ball. It's a low ball.
35
The weird approach from Man United.
Yeah, that is 35 million. Bro, you know what it is? It's an approach where you're trying to say we're not the same Man United as before.
Yeah.
But 35 million.
You have to bully tactic this.
He's English.
And then
he's English, bro.
And you have to bully
that. Puts the tax on it instantly. And you are them Harry Maguire buyers. Bro, that Harry Maguire buyer tag, is going to take about 20 years for people to. There'll be people in 18 years' time going, hold on a minute, didn't you not buy Harry Maguire?
Rance, what you saying? Rance, what are you saying on Branthwaite? Do you like? I want to know what Rance thinks. So, what do you think on the Branthwaite thing? Do you think if you got Branthwaite and like a Tadibo, are you happy with that, or not dead? Basically,
where are you playing Branthwaite?
See, I think it will get utilized quite a lot.
But what side?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's how it fits.
I think he can play on the right hand side, but he's mainly predominantly played on the left.
Yeah.
But I
And
think
Martinez is the
I
left.
do believe
fit, right?
I think sometimes you got to remember this, right? Know your role. You've come from Everton. Like, no, deep it. No, deep
the
it.
big Man United.
No, deep it. If City came in for it, we'll be like, we wouldn't ask where's he playing. We'd be like, you're playing where you get told, mate. You're going to Chelsea, know your role. Still.
Do you know what? I'll be honest.
Anywhere,
if City went in for him, he would start getting talked up a lot more. There'd be talk of him being the future Stones, and it would. But
you got to know your role. Like you'll play. The thing is with Man United, we don't know if Lisandro's going to stay fit, and second of all, we don't even know if Ten Hag's going to properly rotate. So that's
when you say know your role. If you're coming from a Premier League side to another Premier League side, do you have to know? And you're his age. Do you have to know your role, or do you actually have to know your worth?
I think you've got to know your role.
I think you should know. I think you should know. Be respectful, but I think you need to know your worth. And ultimately, it will be a conversation. Look, what's your plans with me? If Ten Hag tells Braithwaite he's going to be a rotational player, I think he should turn it down. He's better than that.
I think if we're the only big club coming in for him, then this might be his chance to get away from shitty Everton.
Yeah, but to be a rotation player at his age.
I'll be real though.
At his age, bro, don't want that.
I would want to get away from Sean Dyche.
Right, I'll be real with you. Any player that is playing in the Premier League, if another club comes in for you and says, we want you as a rotational player,
I think they'll sell it as a future starter.
Me personally, if that player says, yeah, cool, I don't rate his mentality. Me personally. That's what I said on Calvin Phillips. If he's coming in knowing he's going to be a bench warmer for Rodri, I don't rate his mentality. I don't want that mentality at my club. And I think anyone that goes into a club that is at the same... If you're going from Championship to Premier League, cool.
Yeah.
But it's in the Premier League now. He's being spoken about in a certain way. He shouldn't drop off. Like, I do understand you're United, but bro, you're a shit United.
Yeah.
Like, you are.
Yeah. But Everton's also a shit.
Bro, you've been... Defensively, you've been fucking awful.
Yeah, in the midfield, really.
Actually, defensively, maybe not so.
It's the midfield. It is the midfield.
But come on, bro.
Yeah. What's this? I'm a fan of Braithwaite. He's a player, great covering wide areas too. Not the finished article, but he will improve. Braithwaite and Todibo is my idol centre back sign. He's not sure on Euro. See, I'm exactly in the same boat as you. I'd rather go get Todibo than a Euro. I don't know why we're chasing an 18-year-old when we need someone that's of age right now. Like Martinez is 25 years old.
Yeah, Martinez.
Go get someone else that's like there.
Yeah.
Like this is why Arsenal are so good at what they do in the wide areas, because Saliba and Gabriel are so good at covering wide areas. Because how do you attack these days down the wide areas? Because guess what? The central positions, they're all shit. You've got to deal with people like fucking Neil Mope. Not being funny. That's light. That's food. That's easy food. It's the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think Lisandro ain't going left back. He can't do wide areas. He's not that guy. Unless Man United are looking maybe at sometimes playing the back three at times. That could work. Back three could work. It could work.
Do you know what? I've been thinking, I'm sorry, but England, with the issues we've got, the more I think about it, a back three would work.
It could. It's options.
Stones, Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Trent.
No.
Anthony Gordon.
On wing back.
Well, yeah, but let him advance a long way. Yeah,
bro. Guess who said this? Guess who said this for the last World Cup?
Who?
Glenn Hoddle.
Right.
He went in wing.
And then in the middle, Bellingham. I mean, you can play Saka. I don't know. The left side, I'm not so sure.
I even don't want to hear it. But when I said this three at the back, I said, cool. If we ever went for 3-4-3, and like I said, it doesn't need to be mad defensive. Put Saka left wing back.
So Cole Palmer on the right. Bro, you could.
I'm just saying.
The only thing is, I am a fan of playing people where they've been best for their team.
And
I know Saka has been best.
But then again, you could also put Joe Gomez on the left centre back.
Yeah, I do like. I also like the Joe Gomez.
You could advance Luke Shaw. It's a bit more of a defensive, but he's got a good whip. And let Trent.
But I don't know. I've got to a point, like I said, where I've deeped it and I think, do you know what? Even with Foden, my expectations. Yes, Paige, love for that.
This is
my expectations with England. 100%. They're gone, and therefore. Like I'm trying to say no. Southgate should play like this. He's not going to. So it's just
scrub settings.
Yeah,
scrub settings, isn't it? Look, I think it's just this is the case. It's like England. We could talk on it. We could probably talk about it for a whole day before the matches started. But I think he should go to a back three tomorrow. They got Serbia. Have got Vlahovic, I believe. They got Jokic. They got Kostic. They got Milinkovic-Savic. They got all the itches in the world.
Other itches are other hay fever.
Other itches are
other hay fever effects are available.
You're seeing the vision. You see the vision. Because that's an attacking lineup, you know. That's a mad
hold tight, Steve. Steve said it. You know what? I remember after Saka's first season playing right wing, when people were saying about him going to City, I was saying we'll take him as a left back.
Yeah, I remember that.
We'll take him as a left back.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I don't know. It's kind of
Saka wing back ain't deep, man. He's a hard worker. And
it's not deep.
It's about what's best for England.
But he has also worked as a right winger for England.
Yeah, he has.
I do like the idea of Saka with Trent overlapping him when Saka cuts in.
That's true.
That works.
That's true.
But I just think there we're looking at Dunk or Gay starting, and
I'm not gonna
lie.
Even Gay in the back three.
For me, Gomez. If we're going with four at the back, I think Gomez and Stones.
Yeah, no, footy tar. I'm not even thinking about the whole thing defensively. I'm not thinking about it defensively.
No, but I hear.
I'm not joking. If we had like a Luke Shaw at left centre back, or even Gomez, Saka, go do your thing. Do your thing, because we got Trent who can play the middleman. You can still cut in and do your thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I thought he could really work. Three at the back doesn't always mean defensive football, bro.
Nah. Do you know what? The one thing I'd say now, where I am with England, is, of course, in the right system, I think Foden, like you say, build the team around Foden.
In a 3-5-2,
but I've come to acceptance that this is Southgate football, and so fuck it.
What
do we need? Because this is Southgate
football.
Fuck it. And then the club bias comes out of it, and the most important player being on that pitch for me is Trent.
You're right.
In Southgate football,
But
when we come up against them low block teams, which we will do, right? Yeah. We are going to come up against low block teams. We need Trent on the pitch.
No.
Because Trent the two things are Trent and fucking Kane being told, know your role, be Haaland for the month, right? Stop being Kane at Dortmund, at Bayern, sorry. Be Haaland for the month. Stay up top, Leave those pockets alone to other man. You stay up top. Trent, spam it.
Just stick Tony up front, man. If he does that, fuck it. Just stick Tony up front.
But we know what happened.
Do you know what happened? What happened when we say what was that thing with the last World Cup? What was you saying? Do you remember that when we said we look better when Callum Wilson was up front? Do you remember?
And he came on and we look better.
We look better.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. You know what? Anyone that if I said Saka at wing back, I forgot that Southgate's in charge. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind. We don't want to back.
That's the whole thing with everything.
Never mind.
The Germany game yesterday told us everything. Look how good Germany looked, right?
I said GCSE Victor Moses. Fucking hell.
Look at the way look at the movement. Look at the balls from Kroos, the balls from Kimmich, the movement from Musiala, the movement from Gundogan, the movement from Havertz.
And
all of that was started by Kroos. No,
Kroos.
I was saying the balls from Kroos. But all of that started by Nagelsmann, right?
Yeah.
Take Nagelsmann, you give him this England squad.
He's cooking.
Different ball game. But we've got Southgate, so it's fucking so frustrating.
Man said GCSE Moses. I'm done. I can't.
About who?
Gives Trent Alexander the defensive cover. It was a mad attacking, and then he said, "Where's Mustak?" He said something before it.
Yeah, do you know what? It's the most obvious thing, though. You just literally say to Bellingham and fucking Rice, go and watch Liverpool in like 18-19, 19-20, that period where Trent was playing right back and Fabinho and Henderson would the midfielders covering him. Just go and watch what they did, and you do that for Trent.
That's what it is, what it is, man. But the last thing that's cooking, someone that is in this England squad, and some of these Tottenham are about to apparently, allegedly, however you want to label it, advance on. I don't know even how to say his first name. Is it Everett?
Hold on, he's in the England squad.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to say his name?
Everett Eze.
Oh, right.
His first name.
I just say
I don't want to say it wrong. I don't like disrespecting people's first names. But Everett Eze.
Yeah.
How I saw that Arsenal and Liverpool were keen on him. Apparently Arsenal are a little bit more keen.
Bro,
how can you let such a player end up at, like, don't get me wrong, look,
it's got hijacked written all over it, bro.
It's got, oh my God, you just took the word out.
It's got hijacked written all over it. I'm not Bruno Fernandes settings. Remember, he was being linked with Tottenham. There's so many players that get linked with Tottenham. And ultimately, like, bro, if he wants to stay in London, he's got better options.
Yeah.
Right? If he wants to go and ball, he'll have options, yeah? It's just if And the thing is, it's not going to be like Levy is going to outprice any other club.
Yeah.
Levy's not going to do a Chelsea and go, well, fuck it, we'll pay more than anyone else. He won't.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's true.
Right? So I just think it's if the good thing is I can't see much movement on that happening while he's at the Euros.
Agent could do stuff.
Yeah, but bro, you don't usually hear of much movement when players are at tournaments.
True, they want to be focused.
Bro, you might get some movement, but it won't be finalised.
Yeah? You know, the thing is, yeah, this is what I say. People got to stop sleeping on Spurs a little bit. We laugh at Spurs. No, we laugh at Spurs, and then they got good profiles last year. Doesn't mean it's going to happen this year, but then they're looking at the Ezes of the world, the Tonys of the world, and even the Jimenezes of the world. Like, they're looking at good profiles. They go and get Eze. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, wait.
What are you thinking?
What?
So they go and get Eze.
I think they're going to get.
You said, oh, wait.
No, like,
what are you thinking?
Oh, like, no one wants Tony.
All right, say they go and get.
I think they're going to build a good squad.
Say they go and get 3-4 great players. What are you thinking?
I think they could definitely do better than
what they did. Challenge until December?
No, you know,
bro, they just drop off. They're Tottenham.
No, I hear it, but there's.
I don't know. Maybe me and you are different. I'm looking at it as a City fan, and I look at Tottenham and think, all right, they might beat us.
I'm not talking. I think, all right, Arsenal and Man City are in their own lane at this moment of time. I don't care what.
So what are you thinking? Tottenham can push up.
I think they can. I think if they keep going the way they are, the trajectory of next season, I think they could push up to like a good standard.
We've got to remember this season. I remember. Round about probably August, September, October. The one thing everyone was saying about Tottenham when Tottenham were doing well at that point, everyone was saying, but remember, they haven't got European football. So
that's true.
They're really going to kick on one game a week. And then they got the injuries. Wait till the players come back.
They took a long time to come back. But
bro, they came back.
But
Madison,
I'm not being funny.
Is Madison back from injury yet?
He came back, what, in Feb?
Exactly.
Yeah, but but the thing is, it's like, you look at squads, yeah, Liverpool injuries and stuff like that, bro. Like, let's not be real. They've got good qualities to on the bench to come off and effective players if they need to. They got whether it's Jota or Nunes or Gakpo at the end of the season when he likes to turn up or whoever it may be. These men are look at these. They're bringing on Ollie Skip. They're bringing on fucking Emerson Royale.
I think Leeds are interested in Ollie Skip.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. They're bringing on shit. Do you know what I mean? They always bring on shit.
I hear you. But what I'm saying is...
They also imagine them getting a bit of quality of a squad.
All right, but say they get quality of squads, but now they've got European football. They didn't have European football last year. So that quality of squad is going to be needed because the number of games they're playing is going to go up. Remember, they went out the FA Cup in the 4th round.
They might get knocked out early, but to be fair...
So their squad is...
I think they improved, though.
Their squad can improve, but their squad is shallow.
I rate... The thing
and now they've got more games.
Again, I like Chelsea, and I think Chelsea will do well. I think they'll do well. Yeah, I know you do.
Fuck off.
I think, look, at the same time, I know it's Tottenham's Tottenham, and I don't believe they're going to win a league. I don't even believe they're going to win a trophy at that. But we've known Tottenham to do well and consider themselves up until February, but under like Pochettino's and stuff like that.
Do well. The thing is, do well.
No, they have done well over the seasons to be in Champions League football.
But sorry, I'm not being arrogant as a City fan, but do well.
Yeah, for Tottenham standards. I'm trying to give them some props.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give them some props.
I give them props for letting
Chelsea. The thing is, right, Chelsea fans, you want to laugh at Tottenham and say we came 3 points behind, but you ain't got the same manager anymore. So the same manager might do tits up just like Poch, and we don't know that. It's an unknown entity. I do believe Maresca's going to coach and do whatever it is. But let's not act like you ain't got the same.
I think Villa's one I'm interested in next year.
They're dropping off.
I think
they're dropping off. They're dropping off.
Yeah,
they're dropping off.
That's why I said it. I think
they're dropping.
I think what you just said there about Chelsea, we don't know. I think Villa will drop off next season.
Yeah,
I
think it's gonna be. I don't think the thing is, Man United would have to do really fucking well in the recruitment to get anywhere near Chelsea, Liverpool. I'm gonna be honest with you lot here. Yeah, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. See that battle for like 3rd and 4th? I think that's between them clubs.
Yeah,
because that's the position they're gonna be in. I think they're going to be bunched up. Liverpool going to be strong because they got Salah and everyone.
What do you think, Newcastle? Or do you think they drop off a little? Well,
they ain't got European football. I'm telling you now, Newcastle probably going to be dangerous unless they get rid of Bruno Guimaraes and they get good replacements in. If they get
hold on, what you just said there, they've got European football.
They've got no European football.
Oh, they haven't. They haven't. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right.
So I think next season Isak turns up if he can stay fit. I think they're gonna replace Almiron with like their Burma. Harvey Barnes. Tonali comes back.
Sweden aren't in the Euros.
No.
Pissed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. I wanted more money for Victor Lindelof. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Newcastle, this is why I'm not going to disrespect them. They might get rid of Bruno Guimaraes, get a good price, but I can trust Newcastle to go get a good good additions at the same time.
Yeah.
So do you get what I mean? So I think Newcastle are going to do well, but I don't think it's a top 4 team at next season. I think Eddie Howe might get found out a little bit, but it depends who they bring in.
Has there been any news? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about Newcastle spending.
They got Lloyd Kelly.
Has there been any news on the City Premier League? City Premier League.
Madueke, maybe I see that.
City in the Premier League thing. Court case was this week, not 115. The other one about the spending.
No,
that was this week. Maybe it's a 2-week case.
What was this over?
Right. So you know when it came out that City were suing the Premier League.
Oh yeah.
That was this week. It started this week.
Was it this week?
Yeah. It started this week. It started this week. So we're 5 days in. I'm just thinking what you said there about seeing. You think Newcastle will get
some good additions.
The thing is, if they were to sell Bruno, if they were to sell Isaac, or if they were to sell on the left Anthony Gordon, right? I think if they sold Anthony Gordon, they don't need to replace him so much because they've got Harvey Barnes. But I don't think Gordon goes. The most likely one is probably Bruno
and Almiron. Yeah.
Would they get a player of the same quality as Bruno?
Well, they scouted well. I mean, Tonali comes back. That feels like a new signing.
Well, I'll be real with you. The way Eddie Howe spoke on the Tonali situation,
yeah,
I can't see that working, bro. Like my man, literally, he got asked if Newcastle could have handled kind of doing the due diligence better, and he said, "We did all we can. We asked him. Like all we can do is ask a player, right?" So what Eddie Howe has basically told the press, bareface, is my man lied to my face. Yeah, Tonali lied to my face. I asked him, right? Do you think that is salvageable? If someone has lied to your face, that's meant you've been without a player and your club's been dragged through the dirt?
I think sometimes we've got to look at some players, and we got to look at sometimes as humans. You're not going to always be honest. And especially when you've got an addiction to something like that can get you severely banned, you're going to hide it.
Imagine.
Yeah, FFP is kicking Newcastle off. They're waiting for July the 1st. So bad.
We're helping them.
So bad.
What I've got in my cap.
Oh, is it the? Oh, that's why it hurt my head.
You didn't take it out.
Hey, no wonder why it looks. Oh, fuck it.
Anyway.
But yeah, I believe Tottenham will do well. Will they drop off? Maybe they will towards the end, but I think they'll be strong.
The history of the Tottenham, they will drop off.
They'll start. I think they'll start strong, and I think they're going to be really good as well.
I think City will start cold.
City
won't start well.
Can I ask people in the comments quickly? There's 500 of you in here. If you can hear me right now, please smash the like button as well. And also, have you signed up to our TIFO watch along as well? That's another. I'll put that in the poll. Me and that's going to be doing watch alongs all day on another platform and whatnot. You'll see it. Trust me.
492 of our loyal Never a Foul followers. What we want you to do is after this, because we're going to be with you literally all day. Yeah. So you've seen me eat a sausage and onion sandwich, right? Sausage, fried onion, bangs, right? I've got some more food later. I've got plenty of drinks later, some cocktails. I want you lot to jump over to TIFO and, let's watch this Euro together. So the link is in there. Please sign up now. It takes literally 15 seconds to sign up. And honestly, TIFO is mint. We're going to be doing all our watch-alongs there. Sausage and fried onion bangs. And fried onions and beans bangs as well, by the way. It's the stinkiest.
Yeah, we're going to be live in about half an hour, yeah.
But the good thing about TIFO is, right, it's got the chat like this, yeah? But it's also got this great function where anyone can just request to join it and they'll be in the corner and we can speak to you. So please, people, right now, jump over to right now, 2 things I'm asking you to do. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Jump over to TIFO, sign up, and we're going to be with you the whole of the summer for the Euro.
Yeah, it's just a watch along. So imagine YouTube, but for watch alongs. YouTube for watch alongs, right? It's right there, and you'll see other people there.
I see Mustafa. I was going to ask that.
What is it? Premier League
fixtures out Monday, Tuesday.
Ooh.
Do you think
any money Chelsea get? Any money Chelsea get? I'm telling you now, Chelsea are 100% playing someone that just got promoted in the 6th. They get all the time. And Liverpool.
Do you reckon Castmate playback TV on Never Fail? Yeah, we don't know much about play. To be honest with you, I think we play back, bro. I think they hit you up if they want you, and we're not big enough yet. We're not in that circle. You have to be in a certain circle.
Yeah, maybe. It's not.
I call it the fake circle.
Arteta Music. It's not an app yet. It's just a browser, but it's quick loads and stuff like that. They're gonna be making an app, but it's more techy to make one. But you'll find other content creators on there as well, not just us. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna just promote it just for us. There's people that you would know over there. But yeah, Cass, the team is out.
Yeah,
let me double check that then.
It's up. Someone posted it a bit up in the comments.
Oh, is it?
You can get it on the screen if you want.
Let me see.
I just can't wait for Spain, Croatia.
Read one team to play Hungary: Sommer, Vidma, Akanji, Frula, Shaka, Rodriguez. I bet he's playing left wing back. Vargas. Is that Dua? And Doy. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Abisha and Shaw.
Yeah, you don't want me to butcher any of them names.
Fabian Shaw. Is that the one? Fabian Shaw. It's got to be Fabian Shaw, isn't it? Yeah, because Frula wouldn't play centre back, so that makes sense.
You know what? Croatia, Spain, yeah. That game, if people think City are ruining football with the style of play, does that mean that game will bore the shit out of you? It's going to be very...
I don't know, man. Spain, I don't know what kind of brand. I don't watch Spain to know really too much anymore.
Bro, that is going to be a midfield battle.
I think Spain will run them.
You know, it's experience against youth.
Yeah, Modric.
With Rodri, but apart from that, with youth. So it's experience, proper experience against youth. That's going to be like a chess. Don't know. Same way, I haven't seen Spain recently. They might be playing a different style now.
Yeah, no, it's very, very true. But other than that, we're going to be live in the next half an hour. So if you lot sign up to our Tifa, I know if someone signed up. Give me 2 seconds.
We will.
One person signed up since.
That's shocking. Only one of you is signed up. I don't mind as long as when this show ends, you sign up. Yeah. Here's the link. Cassie just posted it. Click on it. Get it ready. This show's going to end any minute. Jump over there, sign up. And what time are we going live on it?
About half hour.
1:30, we're going to be live on there. And
we're doing all the games, yeah.
Do you know what? We might even jump on there a bit earlier than that if I can convince Cass. And then we'll let you guys jump on and we can have you and have a chat with some people.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, big up yourselves. I'm going to leave it there and then we should be back. Might be back later on tonight, depending on what's dropped. But yeah, in a bit, we'll be there, man.